Hi, everybody. We're going to be doing our next exercise that involves shading using value. And this time we're going to be shading different objects here. So we're going to have the sphere, which you're familiar with already. You're going to see it's going to be slightly different here. We have a cube, and we'll notice how the light bounces off objects and bounces off the object onto the shadow. We'll learn about selection tools and then using shapes to make complex shapes like the cylinder, and then using value to shade this as well. I'm going to just go through the setup in this particular one. This is what we want to be working with. We're going to have a color fill layer, and we're going to have a background layer, and then we're going to build our layers over the top of this that we're going to draw into. And we're going to be using this reference image, but we're going to flip it to match the light source that we're familiar with already. So we're going to be using the same light source as the shading here. But let me show you how to put this all together. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is I'm going to hide Photoshop here for a sec and then bring up two things here. First, I'm going to start off with my Finder. And you may have already done this, but in your Multimedia 2 Semester 1 folder, you want to go to the Shading Forms Using Value folder, which is still our first real unit here of learning. And we want to get this image, Shading Forms Reference. And we're going to get that from Canvas. So if we go to Canvas and we go to our courses, the dashboard, and you look at Multimedia 2, we're going to scroll all the way down to where it says Shading Forms Reference. Click on this image, and you will see this image. Click on this link right here, and you will download the form. Next, we'll come back to the Finder. We'll click on Downloads. You should see your reference at the top. If you're not seeing Today at the top here, go ahead and click on this button right here and change it to say Date Added. And don't forget to view in the columns view. It's very helpful. We're going to take this image from here. We're going to drag it to Multimedia 2 Semester 1. You can hold it over this if you want, and then drop it into this folder, and we'll have the object selected right here. Next, we'll go to Photoshop, and we'll open up our Photoshop. I'm going to say don't save to this, and I'm going to take out a couple of things from here. Unlock this, change the color here. I'm going to change it back to, let's go, you know what? Forget all this. I'm just going to go ahead and set up a new one. All right, so in Photoshop, we're going to go to, first off, one more step back. Make sure you're logged into Creative Cloud. Make sure that this button is clicked and you are logged in. Also, make sure that you have logged into your drive. Those are the fundamentals here. We're going to go to New File. And in this new file, we're just going to use the print preview or preset. It's the letter size, but we're going to change the orientation to landscape. So right here in that new file. And then we're going to say, this is more shaded forms. Okay, more shaded forms. We can try and do this. I haven't had much success with this, but you can change the background contents. And let's try this out. Let's see if we can just get a nice, like, pale gray in here. I'll press OK. That might just give us our background right off the bat. I'm going to hit the Create button here. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that was way better. Let's do that. Let's follow that protocol right there, okay? That helps us because then we don't have to make an extra layer. So the next thing we need to do is we need to get our image in here. So we're going to go to File, choose Open, choose our shading sphere reference. It looks like this. We're going to press Open, and you're going to see this one. Now we're going to do a quick switch around with this. So there's an easy way to flip this image over, because if you notice the light source is coming from this right hand, upper right hand, we want to be upper left hand. And so what we're going to do is go to Image and say Image Rotation, and then Flip Canvas Horizontal. Flip Canvas Horizontal. Click that button, boom, flipped around the other way. Go ahead and press Command S on that. JPEG options, just whatever the default is there. And then we're going to go to Window, Arrange, and 2 Up Vertical. you're going to get this, right? So this is going to be our reference. We can zoom out so we see it a little bit better. We'll slide over. I forgot when you move it, when you change the window size, it changes there too. So again, we're trying to maximize the real estate here. Maybe make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, this will work pretty well. I'm going to slide this over even more. Put this back at the top. That gives me more room to work in here. And this is our starting setup right here. This is how we're going to begin this project. We're going to make a new layer over the top of this. Go ahead and click the, oh, actually, let's do this first. Let's click on this lock on the background. Notice the name changes. We're going to right click on it, come down to where it says color and choose red. And then we're going to hit the lock again. All right, so layer 0, we are not going to draw into at all. Then we're going to make a new layer over the top. This one is going to say draw here. I'm going to add an exclamation point. And that's our setup to get started here today. We're going to be working with this together in class. It's going to take us a little bit of time to get through it. I'm going to give us through the end of this week to complete this assignment. So you have today, and you'll have Thursday as well. So we got 180 minutes to work on this design, okay? Got to stay focused to produce. All right, that's it.